Hello everybody. This is Bronwyn of Big Sky Diamond Painting, and today I am going to kit my next project up with you and just to do a little chatting. First, I wanted to show you guys this travesty, which I am pretty sure I'm going to just throw in the trash. This was supposed to be a present for my partner. It's like a little grumpy Sphinx cat. Of course, I don't have the inventory sheet up here, but you can see there's the teeny tiny thumbnail. I'll put a picture of what it's supposed to look like in here, but as you can see, the color charting is not great. This whole thing here, I think it's probably skewing pretty yellow, but it's not fabulous. I am having some issues with popping, and I'm upset by the whole thing, because this part actually looks fine. And I was perfectly happy to deal with a few popping drills. They weren't too bad. I can deal with some popping drills here and there. And I've got some upside down drills in there too. I would have to fix that. But anyway, I can deal with some popping drills. But this travesty of color charting, I cannot. Because it just looks bad. So this is my first AliExpress disaster. Usually they turn out okay, but you know, I do get that there aren't really a lot of these like peachy tones, you know, the lighter skin tones in the DMC color range. And so yeah, I did try putting the picture through a charter, like a charting program, to see if I could find like a better color, and it seems to be just having the same issue over and over again, with this part just looking ridiculously bad. So yeah, if you guys have suggestions of what to do other than throw it out, feel free to leave a comment below, but I really do think this one's going to end up in the trash because I just can't think, I don't think I can salvage it. I don't think that there's, I mean, I guess I could just like maybe get some more of this color and flatten it there, but I don't know. Anyway, since I'm sad about that, I'm gonna kit up Sneaky Cat. Almost said Stinky Cat. I don't think Sneaky Cat is that stinky, although he does have his nose covered up, so I don't know, maybe he is. My kit's still in there. Let's dump all these drills out. I don't have the canvas up here because I left it downstairs. And yep. And I have my craft mates all ready to go. And I do have some labels I made with my sticker maker, if I can get them out of the back here. So I'm going to have to cut those apart and stick them on. So that's probably going to take the longest, I think. But, you know, any of these that I have like multiple bags that aren't going to fit in one thing, I'm probably just going to save the bag and like save the leftover bags and just put them in as I need to. I'm not sure yet how I feel about the technique of just taking the sheet that Diamond Art Club gives you and running it through the Xyron sticker maker, because I find that oh, you know what? Actually, never mind. I don't know if I can even speak on that, because it occurs to me that the ones I did weren't actually the Diamond Art Club one. They were like a printed out piece of paper I did, and that didn't work as good. But this seems like it might work better, because this is kind of like better quality paper. So yeah. Anywho, it is Thursday, June 20th, and I am done with work for the week, because I have taken yet tomorrow off to get ready for Big Sky Pride. As you guys know, don't forget my giveaway, but as you guys know, I am on the board of directors for the Great Falls LGBTQ Plus Center. And we will be having a sort of a float, but we're going to be marching in the parade Saturday, during the Big Sky Pride celebration here in Montana. Because we're kind of like a small state. Obviously, we do a statewide celebration rather than, you know, each city having its own. Some of the other cities, got some leftover adhesive on there. Some of the other cities are starting to branch out and do their own kind of pride celebrations, which I think is great, but we are nowhere near that yet. So we are gonna just show up at the statewide one. It is in the state capital of Helena, Montana. We're celebrating some kind of anniversary. I forget which one. If it's like 20 years or something like that of Big Sky Pride. I'm terrible at remembering these kinds of things. I'll look it up and put it up on here. Anyhow, so they're having it in the Capitol, and they do the big parade on Saturday morning, and it's always a hoot. The weather is not looking good. Last year it poured, and I'll put a picture in here of last year's contingent of the parade goers, but it rained and it poured, and thank goodness I thought to put my rain jacket on underneath my dress. I have this amazing dress that is basically like a zip-up hoodie dress. It's kind of a little bit reminiscent of a muumuu, but you know, I don't care because it's so fantastic. And it's basically got a rainbow zebra on it and all kinds of bright colors, and it's wonderful. So I put that on over my raincoat, which is bright green. And I think that turned out to be pretty brilliant, because even though my dress got soaked and my leggings also got pretty wet, my upper body and pretty much everything that was underneath the raincoat, except for my arms, which got freezing, but that all stayed dry. So when we were done being out in the rain, I was relatively dry. Now, we did have to stop at Walmart after the parade, me and my partner, to get him a new shirt and both of us new socks, because we were soaked through in that manner. But this year I will be a little bit more prepared and make sure that we have extra clothes and whatnot in the car, so that we won't run into that same issue if we do get rained out. Well, we won't get rained out, but if we get rained on. And also my partner got lost on the way back to the car, so he ended up getting even more soaked than I did. I kind of had like a warm ride in a truck back to where we parked, but he ended up getting soaking wet because he put the wrong address back in the GPS. So But that's, you know, kind of like a classic him thing that he would do. So, I think it's going to be fun. That's basically just what I'm doing this weekend. Last weekend we had our grand reopening because we moved to a new location. And that new location is in a local museum that used to be a school. And they have these gorgeous tall windows. And that's like my favorite part of our new office. It is wonderful. It's so sunny. They have these like vintage old radiators that are like really huge, but they're also like this pretty silver color, and there's like filigree carving on it. So that's really cool. Basically, I love everything about our new location except for the fact that there's not any air conditioning because it's an old ass building and they can't afford to upgrade it to have air conditioning. Yeah, that is the downside. But, you know, the nice thing about being kind of a more casual place is if it does get really insanely hot this summer and it gets intolerable in there, we can just close. People will understand. But so far it hasn't been too bad here. I mean, today it was like in the 50s because that's how Montana is. It's one of those places where they always have people saying, if you don't like the weather, just wait. And it's definitely that kind of place. So anyway, last week we did our grand reopening, and on Thursday we had like a ribbon cutting ceremony and a little potluck dinner. And that was really fun. And then on Friday, we did drag queen bingo, which was really also super fun. And one of our board members is a drag queen named Francesca F. And she did 3 performances, which I videotaped. And I may put a clip in here. Not the whole thing, because I don't want to. Not the whole thing, because I don't want to, like, without her permission, put her whole performance up. But she's amazing. And, you know, she did, like, some fun little comedy while she was calling out the bingo numbers and everything. And we, you know, gave away some prizes. And it was pretty fun. We'd love to make that a regular thing. But it's going to take some planning and logistics. And also, I don't know what the laws are like where you guys all live, but, like, the hoops you have to go through to, like, do bingo, like, as a fundraiser, like, as a nonprofit, like, we had to pay a little bit. It was, like, actually pretty cheap, but we had to pay, like, a certain amount for, like, this certain permit that basically lets us do 12 hours per year of casino night, essentially. But we just want to do bingo. So I think it's silly that that's all rolled into one, but whatever. And the crappy part is that we can't, like, split it up into 2-hour chunks. We have to do it in either a full 12-hour chunk or 2 6-hour chunks. Well, so we actually only did like a 3-hour chunk, but you get the idea. So there's all these like things, like there's the obvious ones of, like, because this is like real quote unquote gambling. Make sure I'm still recording here. I'm good. I totally. I'm like getting extra paranoid now. I think I've fixed most of the issues with my camera cutting off, but like when I'm going in and editing videos, and nothing like editing a video and find out that, oh yeah, it didn't catch it. Anywho, so like you can't have kids on the casino floor, they call it, basically. You can't sell the bingo cards for real money. You have to exchange them for like a made-up currency. So we just like, I mean, we literally just said bingo bucks. And then the real currency cannot be the same denomination as regular, or the made-up currency can't be the same denomination as real money. So you can't have like $1 equal 1 bingo buck. And that kind of stuff. So yeah, it just all feels really arbitrary for what is essentially like a nonprofit fundraiser. I get it a little bit more in like a for-profit casino, but in a nonprofit fundraiser, I mean, it just seemed like so much extra work to have to be doing all that. But it still turned out pretty good. So we did all that, and it was a lot of fun. And then the next day we went to the farmer's market, which we've been doing this year. We're selling our t-shirts and bracelets at the farmer's market, and also having like info, because we're really ramping up the youth program. And we have an AmeriCorps volunteer, or whatever they call them. But basically we have someone through AmeriCorps Vista, which I don't know how that's different from a regular AmeriCorps, but they are going to be coming in to help us get gay straight alliances in all of the local schools, because having a gay straight alliance in schools will lower suicidality risk by kind of a lot. So we are doing that, and that's like a big thing. But also, like, you know, the kids are the future and all that. So we have a lot of queer kids, and we're just trying to, you know, make sure we help them out and outreach and, you know, do what we can to make life better for them. And we had a social for them on Saturday, and then if the parents, or really any adults, but it was mainly focused towards parents, if they wanted to come by and see, you know, talk about the center or see what we had to offer, that kind of stuff, we also had a thing for them. And it's kind of similar to what we did earlier. We did a prom for the kids during prom season in like April. And that turned out really, really awesome. We even had kids like from other cities in Montana that were like hours away come here to our prom. So I'd say that was pretty impressive and important. You know, just if they didn't feel safe or whatever going to their school's prom, or if their school didn't let them have same-sex dates, you know, they could come here and be themselves, essentially. Oh, and that was really cool, because we got like local people to volunteer and do like hair and makeup, and, you know, just awesome stuff like that. We got dresses donated and suits donated, and it turned out really amazing. And I think it's going to be like a big thing every year now. So that was a really cool thing we did. So anyway, like I said, we're really ramping up the youth outreach. So that's why we're going to focus so hard on the gay straight alliances, and why we're really pushing like our youth group and stuff, because we want to make sure that, you know, we're taking care of the kids in the community as well. Especially now that we've got, you know, people who can work with them and things like that. Because like before we were so small and we just didn't really have enough people to work directly with the teens, and you know, there was like liability issues and that kind of stuff. So we're really in like a good place with that. Let's see, so 3, 8, 4, 6. So let's see, where was I? I was talking about our opening. So yeah, our opening weekend went really well. And then of course that was like leading right up to Pride, which is this weekend. And we've just got that. I don't know what if we're going to decorate. Our plan was to decorate the truck because it's Montana, guys. Of course we're driving a truck. We were going to decorate the pickup truck like the Love Boat, but like make it gay. I mean, more gay. You gotta be honest here. The Love Boat's kind of gay. Because our big fundraising gala for the fall is going to be the Love is Love Boat. My friend came up with that. She's awesome. She also did our logo. Well, actually, you know what? I don't know if she came up with that. I forget who came up with that. But anyway, she's kind of spearheading a lot of it. Anywho, she designed our logo, though. She's another board member. I think we kind of got, you know what? I don't care who gets credit for the Love is Love Boat, but it's pretty awesome. Anyway, someone said we wanted to do like a cruise ship theme, and then someone else was like, oh, the Love is Love Boat, and that's where it went from there. So, anyway, we're gonna, you know, to kind of hype up our gala, because people do come from all over the state for that, you know, dress up the truck like a ship. But that may not happen because we have had bad weather and sick people, you know, just stuff happens. So we'll see what happens. It may just be festooned in rainbows, which is not a terrible thing either. I won't mind if that's all we end up doing, because it still looks fun. And we have, you know, little lifesavers that we're gonna hand out with our event stuff on them. But yeah, I'm trying to think what else. I guess I can just talk about, like, the center in general. And other stuff, I suppose. But, yeah, since I'm doing Sneaky Cat, and we all remember, I hope, you remember, guys, right? Right? You remember that I'm raffling this off. The unmade one, unless you really want me to make it for you. In which case, I guess you can have the finished one. Go to the link in the description if you want to donate and get a chance to win Sneaky Cat. All the proceeds, or basically you donate to the LGBT Center, and for every $5 you donate, you get a entry into the drawing. No, it's just a drawing. For every $5 you donate, you get an entry. And ooh, I think I also, oops, I spilled a little bit. Oh, get those. I'm like making a huge mess. That's not too bad. It'll be fairly easy to clean up. I'm just kind of piling my bags off to the side here. But anyway, I also brought my second prize stuff up here because I did get my shipment of pens to do the set of rainbow drill pens. So the second place winner will get this set of 6 peacock feather pens with the pretty gem on them. And they won't be pens, I mean, unless you really want them as pens, but I will just fix them with whatever placers you want. If you want all single placers, that's fine. If you want, you know, a 3-placer or a 4-placer, you know, whatever things I have. I mean, I'll have to check my stock, but I've got pretty much all of them at this point that I can contribute to the cause. So, except for the straighteners. I don't have any of the straightener heads. I might check Amazon and see if I can find some that would get here. Or, you know what, I probably have time to order from AliExpress. This is going to run till the end of July. So, we do have quite a bit of time. Anywho, so, you know, if you want to support the LGBT Center, you know, help with our efforts to help the youth and the grown-ups here in Montana, not just Great Falls. I mean, mainly Great Falls, but we also, you know, we work all over the state because right now Montana only has 3 brick and mortar LGBT centers. It was 2, but then Billings got one. So that's really awesome. We were so happy to hear that they got one. And then it's about to be 4 because the Glacier Clear Alliance just got a lease on their space in, I don't remember where exactly they are, but the point is that there's going to be another physical location. I don't know if they're going to be like an actual LGBT center or what their mission's going to be, but they've been popping off since the beginning of this year, and I'm really happy to see, you know, so many more gay organizations in Montana. I think it's probably a response to the current climate, which, speaking of, if you ever think that we don't need places like the LGBT Center, all you've got to do is go read the comments on any article about a gay pride parade, because you will see that there are a lot of very, very hateful people out there. I make it a rule pretty much to avoid the comment sections of news articles, any controversial video, like any video that I think is like a hot topic, quote unquote. You know, I might leave a comment if it's like a YouTube video. You know, if I'm supporting somebody, I might say, yeah, this was great, like whatever, you know, in response to what they've said. But I will not read the comments because we all know how toxic that can get. And today, you know how Facebook will do that thing where it'll show you sometimes, like if your friend posts a comment somewhere, it'll show you that they posted something, and then it'll show you like the link that they posted on, or the article or whatever, and then you'll get like a little selection of like the most popular or most read or whatever comments. Well, that happened today on an article about the Big Sky Pride Parade, and I was reminded how awful people are. There was literally a comment in there that was like, wow, imagine how like insecure you must be that you need a whole parade to you know, be more secure in who you love or something like that. And I was like, yikes. That's not at all what gay pride is about, like, or what Pride Month or Pride or anything is about. But sure, like, okay, we're insecure. Yeah. Whatever you want to say. Like, it's that whole thing too of like, and it's an abuse tactic. In this case, it's not necessarily like straight up abuse, but this is more like a trying to derail it. But like that whole, you know, take what the people that are the victims and try to turn, you know, spin it around back on them, you know, so it's really their fault. They're the ones that have a problem. It's like when, you know, someone says something like mean or like obviously, you know, meant to be mean, and oh, it's gaslighting is basically what this was. It's straight up gaslighting. You know, you say like, oh, you know, you say something mean and then the person like calls you out on it and you're like, oh, well, you're the one that's choosing to take it that way or something. You know, it's just like a milder form of gaslighting, and it's just as bad. So yeah, was not happy to see that. Also saw back home where I'm from in upstate New York, they had some responses to one of the towns near where I grew up, well, about an hour from where I grew up, is having like its first Pride celebration. And I am like all for that. But some people are not so much because, you know, again, bigots. And someone literally like was like, I hope a mass shooting happens there. And he got in trouble for it. And even the governor of New York was like, not cool. And essentially someone and the reason this showed up for me was my sister responded to it, and I wouldn't have responded, but I also probably wouldn't have seen it because, again, I avoid the comment section. But someone was basically like saying that the governor was like, you know, overreaching by even making a comment on it or like pursuing any justice. Okay, guys, so we cut out a little bit. I don't know how much you missed. I'm not going to worry about it. If you missed part of my stories, no big deal. We're just going to keep on keeping on. So, what do we got here? 9:39. I should like try to rig up a mirror or something so I can see. Oh, come on. I need to fit the whole bag in there. Okay, good. Whoops. Oh, come on. My little pile of bags over here is just getting bigger and bigger. And my shoulders are getting a little sore. But, woohoo, it is what it is. Alright. 209. My cat's asleep on his tray, his cat tree over there, and I just heard him like snore, like make a little like grunty sound in his sleep. It was really cute. Okay, so 8:23. This is one of those times I do wish that Diamond Art Club could bag these in color order, but I will sacrifice having them in color order for having them in, and when I say color order I mean DMC number order, for having them in the strings. So I find I don't mind that much. Okay, let's see, is this our last? Yes, this is our last string. So we will start with this one. What the heck? Is there something? I keep thinking there's something stuck to my arm. Okay. I will be sure to take pictures for you guys so that you can see my pride getup. I tried to talk my partner into doing a little bit of a glitter beard, and he was not having it. He looks pretty rugged, not through any desire to look rugged. I think he likes having a beard, but not because like he's a manly guy or anything. He's just likes having the beard. I like him with the beard. I just wish he would let me glitterify it for pride, but I guess not. He's not into being like real flashy. So I love him anyway. Even though I want to be flashy. And I'd love it if he was flashy sometimes too. I was probably lucky to get him to dress up last year for our gala. We had like a costume ball. And I got him to do like a little bit of a steampunk outfit. And he had like a burnt orange shirt and like this paisley vest that it looked really good on him. And like a top hat with, you know, steampunk goggles on it. Let's see. I mean, it turned out really good. So, you know, I feel like I was probably lucky that he let me talk him into that. Like, you know, he's just more of a homebody than I am. You know, given the choice, he wouldn't go to this event. Not because he doesn't support it, but just because he would rather stay home and play video games. But I don't want to drive all the way down there alone, or up there, or whichever direction Helena is. So I don't want to drive there alone, and I like having him around. So we are going to make a day out of it. We'll go, you know, enjoy ourselves. Have lunch at the Japanese place we like down there. And then come back home, and I'll enjoy the rest of my very short weekend. Because, you know, I am more like extroverted than he is. And I mean, I don't know if I'd call myself an extrovert, but I definitely like socializing a lot more. But I just, you know, with my chronic illness and stuff like that, I just don't like to, I don't have the energy to do too much. So I'm not spending the whole weekend down there or anything like some people. I wish I could. It'd probably be fun. But, you know, if I'm going to go someplace for a whole weekend, I actually prefer it to be kind of like a conference-y type thing, where everything's all happening in one spot. You know, I don't have to like zip from place to place. You know, it's more of like more personal social interaction, that kind of stuff. So that's kind of more what I'm into. Like, I'd rather go to like a conference, you know, like not even necessarily a convention, but like a conference. That's my jam. So, you know, not gonna partake in the whole weekend, just gonna do the parade. And I don't know, there's a couple places that are like having like, you know, sort of drop-by events that I might stop at on Saturday while we're down there. But nothing too strenuous. Nothing, definitely not going to any huge parties or anything like that. And there are parties. Okay, that one's done. Oh man, my shoulders. My shoulders. I'm almost done, guys. You still with me? You're still with me. Okay. Okay. All right, just one more, and the rest are going in a baggie to be unshackled later as needed. Alright, well that is Sneaky Cat officially kitted up and ready to go. And I probably could have fit everything in here. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, alright, 14, 15, 16. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I would have had just enough space to do everything in here if I wanted to. But I didn't, so I didn't. Anyway, if you liked chatting with me, hit that thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more videos, please hit the subscribe button. And if you want to be notified when I upload a video, then please hit the bell. If you would like to get a chance to win Sneaky Cat here, remember that you can go to the website for the Great Falls LGBT Center, which I have linked below, and just scroll down to the bottom and click the donate button. Don't go to the donate page, because the donate page is like a monthly donation thing. Just click the donate button at the bottom of the page, and for every $5 you donate, you will get an entry into my contest. Just remember, you have to take a screenshot of your donation and email it to bigskydiamondpainting@gmail.com. Otherwise, I have no way of knowing that you're entered. So I will catch you guys later. You have a wonderful night, and bye-bye.